Got you, got you! Hey, four! Right there. Hey, four! Hey, shoot! Come on, the chat! Look! Hey, four, right there! Hey, cut three!
Ball!
Hey, four! Right there. Cut three! Look! Hey, four! Get out there, Cole, get out there! Next step, left! Hey, four! Right there! Hey, four! Right there, man! Good dude!
Yes, sir!
Oh. Four! Left goal! Four!
Oh, yeah!
Ball!
Hey, ball!
Hey, let's go! Four!
Stay down!
Four! Hey, 4-1! Yeah, four! Hey, take it across! What?
Hey, one!
Hey, one is cover! Get down! Four!
Ball!
There, be that.
Go down. Here we go. Go. Ah! Come to walk. Mike, come back. Let's go. Hey, we got a couple balls out there. If you toss one away or something like that, grab it. Let's go. Athletic. Two. Feels like Christmas time.
Stay down the line, let's go. As soon as it happens, I hear Todd. And he's holding the track, I want to feel it first. Jim made the out call. I'm standing back over here, watching it all happen. I just did one of these to Jim. And shit, I comes out. He's like, he was watching first. Big safe sign up. He's like, not what I expected, but I'll take it. He's like, I just want to make sure somebody's watching. All right, Bunk. Good, good. Right. How'd you guys make out yesterday? Who won? Good ball game. 8-5. Yeah. Yeah, it was tied up. Sir, how are you? Good to see you. Coach. Appreciate that. All right, so here's the thing. These guys are tacked down really good. Okay, so the way we play here is middle pull, dugout, middle pull, all right? From the dugout, across, okay, that's past that middle pull. Play off the front. So that wood pull straight there, straight across, like a straight line on both sides of the dugout. So you can see the metal pull there. Yeah, we're good there. So you're bucking in the back half, not a play. Put the bat up front. Yeah, so anything on the front of the dugout side. Yep, 100%. Okay. We're tacked down good there. There you go. Technology's not working right now, so we're just going to go out there and go. All right, we want to make sure. Absolutely. Game time, 2 hours. Game time, 2:45. Here's one for you. Three, 1, 2, 3, Eagle! Have a good one.
And welcome to some weekend baseball. Saturday, 11:30 first pitch. It's the Battle of the Birds. We welcome West Deptford Eagles to Stephen Decatur High School. Seahawks hosting this team from New Jersey. Lucas Loring, the starting pitcher for Stephen Decatur, wearing number 24, seeing his first innings on the mound this year. Showed some sparks last year, some great innings in relief. Interested to see how he will do at his start. That just keeps his first pitch. Looks like an off-speed, hits the dirt. Ball one. Lucas outside of baseball, big hunter, big fisher. One thing I want to see is him hunting these first pitch strikes. It's all about strike one. As you see there, didn't get it there. He's got some zip to his fastballs, but he's behind 2-0 to the leadoff hitter, McKenna. That 2-0 swing is fouled off. We hope everyone staying warm at their homes or wherever we're watching this live stream. It's certainly a little cold out here today. The wind is blowing. One of the colder games so far this year. Another foul ball. McKenna, good approach.
And speaking of the cold, Adam, it's not just the cold, it's the wind. And this is one of the first games where the wind is blowing directly in our faces. We're positioned back behind home plate. Going to help out the pitchers a little bit, but not so much of the hitters.
Yeah, I think, what makes it even more frustrating is about 2 days ago, it was about 85 degrees. People were going to the beach, and now we are all bundled up watching some baseball. So another pitch fouled off. Fouled into the parking lot. Seems like these foul balls never end up hitting cars, which is a good thing, but try the 2-2 one more. Goes off speed, fouled off again, out of play. So a good at bat by McKenna to start. Lucas, couple off speed pitches we've seen early, and a fastball that sits around the mid 80s. Already hitting 85, 86. He's got a good arm to him. Normally plays middle infield when he's not pitching. And he has been on fire at the plate so far for the Seahawks. Another fastball. AJ's got it. Got to be quick. Throw. That's a pretty play.
Release.
Great hands from Cobb. And they get the leadoff out.
So that battle victory went to Lucas there.
How about these this pink sleeve and the pink cleats? We always want shoe of the game for basketball, but
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
You like it?
I do.
Now, who do you think will pull that off the best for our team?
Oh, I'm not sure. Might be Waylon.
Waylon? Yeah, I was thinking Waylon or AJ.
Yeah, I know AJ's got the orange shoes out there at shortstop, but I feel like Waylon. I got Waylon all day.
That's the first called strike of the game. So the Eagles came out swinging. The leadoff hitter, Shea McKenna, who's a senior.
And this is Joey Sirocco, another senior.
Inside fastball called for strike two. So two straight fastballs. Wondering if he goes off speed here on the 2-strike count. He does, and he gets him swinging. That's a good pitch.
Anytime you could throw it for a strike, I mean. All right, 2 down. 1 more to go here. Number 3 batter.
Nick Tomasetto.
Another senior. I looked it up a little while ago. West Deptford has about 900 students in their school, so not a huge school.
Not a big school. Lucas, tough play.
Oh, and yes,
he gets him. Great inning for Lucas Loring. Pitchers are athletes too. He makes a play going to his right towards third base. It's a nice 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, and before we take a little half-inning break here, I want to give a big shout-out to a handful of parents that were out on getting this field ready today. It's in prime condition. Not sure if it would have happened without them. So thank you, parents out there.
Your work does not go unnoticed.
Yeah.
So we thank you. We'll be back for the bottom of the first.
All right, Adam, we're back.
Starting pitcher for West Deptford name is Luke Laxton. That's a fun name. So we'll have Waylon Hobgood leading off for Decatur. Got to say, this 1-2 punch at the top of the lineup for Decatur has a lot of speed. Hobgood and Cobb, when they get on, you might as well just put them on second and third at times. Quite the threat on the base paths.
Sounds like Decatur dugout is ready to play some ball.
I want to see that energy all throughout the game. There seems like times throughout the year where the energy kind of seems to fizzle out as the game goes on. If you keep the energy up at all times, you're going to find a lot more success. Hobgood takes ball one. Here's the 1-0. Low for ball two. Already in a hitter's count. One thing I've already noticed through these first three pitches, Hobgood crowds the plate. He is right on that white line. He will take that. It's 3-1. Nothing wrong with leadoff walks. And it is a 5-pitch walk. And Hobgood will go to first. So I don't think I've ever asked you yet. How do you like these orange cleats? You a fan?
I'm not sure.
Indecisive, huh?
Yeah. You know, Decatur being blue, black, white, gray, the orange, man, they jump out at you.
Definitely.
I'm not sure if I like that flashy, but AJ can pull it off.
Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes it for ball one. Like I said just a minute ago, these top two hitters are going to put pressure on the pitcher when they're on the base pass. Let's see what.
Waylon taking an extra step out there at first.
Dirt ball blocked for ball two. It's a 2-0 count to Cobb now. So Laxton falling behind to both hitters. Good sign for Decatur. Grounds it hard to second. And they'll just get the force out at second. So a fielder's choice on the 2-0 count, and up the starting pitcher, Lucas Loring, who has been on fire to start this season at the plate. AJ a big lead at first, as Loring takes the first pitch swing and pops it up. Is it in play? It is not. Hits the top of the dugout. And the count will be 0-1.
That's Lucas's MO there, man. He is an aggressive hitter. He goes after anything he can hit. Love it.
So he just noticed me as he gave me a little smile.
Oh, did he? Did
Yeah.
he? Yeah.
Count 0-1 to Loring. See a little poke to the right side, get AJ to third.
Man,
Almost.
someone almost called that.
Trying to be more like Tony Romo here in baseball season. See if I can predict some plays. Couldn't do it in basketball. It's too fast paced, I feel like.
Luke's got to dig himself out of a hole here.
2-strike count. Dirt ball, AJ gets to second easily. So now a runner in scoring position for Stephen Decatur. Still got a battle here for Loring. Still a 2-strike count. See us crowding this plate. See what we can do. Another good take. The count is even at 2-2. Ground ball, it'll advance AJ. Throw to first, gets Loring by a step. Cobb advances to third, and they'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Owen Kinnear, with an early RBI opportunity. The runner on third. First pitch swinging for strike one. So normally the wind's not always blowing this way, huh?
No, it's usually blowing across or out to left.
I was gonna say, first time doing a baseball game this year with you guys, and it's definitely a cold one. And I would say unintentionally wore slides, so my feet are a little cold as well.
Whoa.
So here's the 1-1. Ball's hit the left. A little out in front of it, so it'll go to 1-2.
Can't quite see where that landed, but it sounded like it went a good distance.
Both swings from Kinnear out in front of the baseball. See crowds a plate here on the 1-2. See if he can make the adjustment here with a runner on third. A base hit will score him easily. And it's going to be a called strike three. And the inning will end. So Decatur strands a runner at third. We head to the top of the second. Both teams 0-0. Pitch first inning from Lucas Loring. Quite efficient as he looks to keep that pace going into this top of the second. The 4-hitter for West Deptford, Corey Baglivo, wearing number 26. Hard ground ball, and that'll go up the middle, and Baglivo will run it out. So a leadoff base runner here. I hate to keep going back to the weather, but for that, I feel like 10 seconds the wind stopped. It was actually kind of nice. This wind really just kills the weather. So a leadoff base runner for West Deptford, and we'll see the 5-hitter from the left side. The runner on first. As Dan Marafa, another senior, swings through that fastball. It's 0-1. Like I said in the start of the game, it's all about strike one. Being a pitcher myself, I am always more comfortable getting that first pitch strike for the rest of the at-bat. So he tries to go off speed, and it's off the plate. Evens the count at 1 apiece. Runner goes, check swing as Swanson skies it. They're going to say he did not swing. They want the appeal, though. Coaches want time. They want to appeal to the field umpire to see if he swung. Home plate umpire shuts that one down, saying he did not go, so the count will remain at 2-1 for the 5-hitter from the left side. So he's do that again. Another fastball. Can't time it up. So 2-2, he's swung through 2 fastballs. Would you go with a different pitcher? Would you try and repeat it?
I don't know, maybe elevate a fastball here.
Like that thought. Goes off speed instead and pokes it out of play to the left side, foul. So it will remain 2-2.
Unless he gets around on a high fastball and puts it into right field, you're not really going to advance that runner.
I agree.
So
we'll see what he did here. It went off speed, see if he goes back to the fastball, goes off speed again. And he did not swing. So the count will go full. Doubled up in the off speed.
That's a tough spot for the umpire in the field to make that call, if you win or not.
Absolutely.
Down the first base line, you get a little different view of it.
As he elevates a fastball, like you said, and gets him swinging. That's a big strikeout. Runner will not advance, which will bring up the 6-hitter. Another senior. So the first 6 hitters through this lineup, all seniors for the Eagles. First pitch is grounded to the right side, foul. Strike 1.
Adam, this is making it really easy for me to keep score. You calling the game because I'm just listening to you. You say, "Oh, foul ball," and it reminds me to click the button.
Oh, well, I'll keep doing that then.
So everybody at home can keep track of it up, and I think it sits on the top of the overlay.
People watching at home are making me a little jealous right now. They're probably all nice and warm. I guess I'll stop complaining about the weather now. So we did just have an 80-degree day, so. Count at 1-1. So old coach of mine always says win the even count. The 0-0, the 1-1, the 2-2. You want to try and get ahead in the count. See what he can do here on the 1-1. That's grounded to the right side. In a hole. Nice play from Foster Smith in the flip to first. Gets the second out, so a beautiful play from Foster. Making the start at second base. Forgot to note something in the bottom of the first. Decatur without a couple of their players. Key notable player Gus Kroll, normally a starting left fielder, and in the meat of the order for Decatur, he's on vacation. So again, before the start of the season, this game was not scheduled, so these vacations got to let it fly. As Luke Laxton, the starting pitcher for Eagles.
Who else are we missing today?
I believe we're missing Devlin and Brogan as well.
That's right.
Brogan's in Mexico.
Mexico, all right.
And I believe Devlin is in Orlando, Florida. So everyone's where it's warm.
Except for us.
Yeah, I just keep talking about the weather.
Oh, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah. That off-speed missed off the plate. Evens the count up at 1 apiece. Same situation for the Eagles as for the Decatur was last inning. Tough play for Foster. The one-hopper. Throw to first. And they get out of the inning. So Loring works out of a little bit of trouble. As we head to the bottom of the second, it remains 0 apiece. leading off the bottom of the second here for Decatur, Stephen Wade. Nickname is Poncho on the team. Still not sure why, but got to go with it. They got some good nicknames for this team. Some of them I don't understand, but again, like I said, you just kind of have to rock with it. He will lead off this bottom of the second against Luke Laxton, who recorded the last out.
He had a 16-pitch first inning. 16-pitch first inning.
So both pitchers fairly efficient in the first. Loring again remained on the attack in the top of the second, as that'll go to 2-0. So Wade ahead in the count early. Luke Laxton has fallen behind to a couple of these batters already to start this game. Decatur's got to take advantage of these hitters' counts. That one ripped to third, bobbled, throw over to first, and Wade is there. So the line drive went to the ground and Wade beat it out for a nice infield single, and then a leadoff base runner, Foster Smith, will come up to bat with a runner on first. Recorded 2 putouts in the top of the second at second base. Nice to get a lefty bat in the lineup. Change it up a little, change the pitcher's look a little. So look, the bunt, that's a beautiful bunt.
Beautiful job.
Throw to first gets Foster by a step, but that's doing your job to the best level. Doing what he's told. That'll bring up Cole Kohut. Kohut in the game versus Ken Island had a nice double, I noticed. So I was watching the game in the car as well on the stream. So he's got runner in scoring position. Decatur another inning with a runner in scoring position. Got to cash in here. So that ball's hit high in the right center field. The wind's going to drift it a little. Still fairly shallow. Wade wanted to force the throw. Nothing going on. So already some action here. Already 2 outs in this bottom of the second. Brings up Ryder Swanson, the catcher for Decatur. 2 out hitting. See what Swanson can do. Try and put a ball into this outfield. Score Wade from second. First pitch is up, and they're going to call it strike. So strike 1 for Laxton. It's a nice piece from Swanson, and it'll get down. They're going to send Wade home. Relay home. He is out. What a relay from West Deptford, and they get Wade by just probably a foot. That's what good teams do. They practice those relays at practice. That's what you get out of them. Saving a run. Score remains at 0 apiece as we head to the top of the third.
When we come back, we'll have a replay of that play at the plate. We're going to take a quick look at the replay here coming up for y'all.
That play at the plate.
Slowing it down a little bit. Throw.
It's a nice play from the catcher.
Oh, man.
That is bang, bang. I'd say the call was right. Catcher did a nice job kind of straddling the plate, forcing Wade to have to almost like slide around it, which he wasn't able to do at that time. And again, a really nice play from the catcher, getting it on a hop. It's not easy to pick balls with all that gear on in a glove that's not very helping from stuff like that.
From another baseball guy, like pressure breaks pipes. Remember that? Pressure breaks pipes. So, trying to put the pressure on West Deptford, and so far they've answered.
Absolutely. It was a great hit from Swanson as well. Went to the other side. It's a nice hard line drive to right field. Again, at the end of the day, it was just a nice relay.
This is Du Bois, up number 11. Don't have him.
So that is another hit back to the pitcher, but off the knee of Du Bois. So Loring ahead early. Again, we'd like to give a shout out to everyone watching wherever you may be. Got a text in between innings from Gus Kroll, one of our players who we miss so dearly today. He is watching and enjoying the commentating. I appreciate it, and we appreciate everyone else watching as well. Hope you stay warm. Loring way ahead in the count. And that is an easy strikeout as Du Bois goes down swinging.
Yeah, speak of watching from home. If you're watching from home, whether you're in New Jersey, whether you're in North Carolina, Orlando, Florida, Mexico, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to our channel. You'll get notifications whenever we're playing. Plus, it helps our numbers. Try to monetize this thing a little bit,
Absolutely. Please do that. I agree with what he said. Best production on the Eastern Shore.
Only production on the Eastern Shore. Well, there is those other guys.
Loring evens the count after that swinging strike. 1-1. So it looks like we have another McKenna in the lineup. So I'd imagine brothers. This one, Cole McKenna, a sophomore. The leadoff hitter, Shea McKenna, a senior. It's cool to see. So we got a couple brothers in the system for Decatur. We got the Loring brothers and the Hobgood brothers. So something cool to see is Cole McKenna down in the count 1-2. Already one out in this top of the third. As it is in the family to fight down in the count. As he fouls that one off. Loring rather efficient here. Through 2 1/3, 33 pitches. 34 pitches, 24 strikes. So attacking the zone. Try to go off speed there, change the look. Good take from McKenna. Count goes even at 2 apiece.
Nobody on. I think he's just throwing the cheese right down Broadway here.
And there it was. And they ring McKenna up. McKenna didn't like the call, and that'll bring out the top of the lineup. One McKenna goes down, another one comes up. Let off the top of the first with a ground out to A.J. Cobb at shortstop. Like I said a couple seconds ago, he put up a fight. Long at bat. It's that first pitch strike. Fastball in the outside corner. It's a good pitch. Goes off speed and call it low. Evens the count at 1 apiece. For this being Loring's first time on the mound, pretty good so far.
Yeah, I've been impressed with his control.
It's good to show poise too as he gets behind there in the count 2-1. Hasn't gotten behind to many hitters through these first 10 batters, so we'll see what Shea McKenna can do here ahead in the count 2-1. He wanted that fastball. You can tell he was sitting on it just way too upstairs. He chased it, and it goes to 2-2. Loring already on the mound, ready to pitch. We'll see what they go with here. This time is called.
Lucas is getting ready for the MLB, pitch clock. Just get in the system now,
You a fan of the pitch clock?
I wish they had the pitch clock up until like the 7th inning, as long as it's a 2-run game. But you know, when it gets to be tighter and stuff, I'd like to see a pitcher, you know, batter duo going on here.
Hate to interrupt you, but Lucas Loring gets both McKenna's strike out. So that'll get us to the bottom of the third. It's still 0-0. Here at the bottom of the third. Pretty quick game so far, still 0-0. Each team with a hit. As Shockley looks to poke that one to right field, and it'll drop in for a base hit. Going the other way with it, and the leadoff base runner, Caden Shockley, at first base brings us back up the top of the lineup. Hopgood drew a walk in his first at-bat. So a good start for Decatur here in the bottom of the third.
You know, you always second-guess yourself. And you're like, oh, should I held Steven? And then we get a hit. But, you know, we wouldn't have gotten that hit if we would have held Steven.
Yeah, different situations.
Yeah, different pitches based on the situation. Nonetheless, we got Caden Shockley at first.
Decatur looking to bunt it again. Shockley took a big secondary as Hopgood missed the bunt attempt. So I believe that'll be a strike. Which is, you know, the missed bunt is why Shockley extended so far. But again, you can't completely bet on your hitter getting that bunt down. Sometimes instances like that happen. It's behind the count 0-1 here. So he will not appeal there. But again, did his job and advanced the runner. So now 2 sacrifice bunts for Decatur already. We'll bring up A.J. Cobb. Run on second, one out. Last at bat grounded out into a fielder's choice at second base. Ground ball to the right side would certainly advance Shockley to third. Maybe we had a little dirt fly into the eyes.
Yep.
His time was called. And now we'll get back to it. First pitch is taken for ball 1. I've seen Laxton drop down his arm slot for a couple pitches. Seen him in warm-ups as well, kind of go sidearm on a few.
You're a big fan of that, aren't you, Adam?
You know, I'm a big fan of Marcus Stroman. Saw his double leg kicks as Shockley didn't have the best read on the dirt ball, and he's going to be thrown out at third. So it kills a little bit of the momentum. That'll now make it 2 outs and nobody on. So all just like that in the blink of an eye. You can almost say a little bit of a rally was killed, but that's baseball. So we'll see if they can get a 2-out rally as that one's up the middle. And like you said a second ago, Shockley didn't go on third. Does that run score? Things like that. It's unfortunate to see, but we have a 2-out base runner. A.J. Cobb flies around the bases, so can easily score on a ball in the gap.
I'll say catcher Joey did a fantastic job just killing that ball that was in the dirt a little bit.
Absolutely. Blocked the ball in front of him and then made a great throw to third.
And composure. Like he didn't rush the throw.
It's tough as a catcher because you got to locate the ball. You don't know where the runner is. I say that coming from no catching experience, but I just have to imagine a lot going on.
You never caught in Little League? No, what?
I did once. I caught in Cooperstown once as well. We played a pretty poor team, and we all tried to play different positions. That was fun. 12U baseball. Okay, it doesn't get much better than
Everything's
that.
a home run or a single, right?
Oh yeah, there is no in between. Lauren pops up again. Catcher screams out as that's out of play, so Lauren will have another chance at it. Saw that happen in the first at bat where Lauren swung at that first fastball in the zone and popped it out foul. So a little deja vu.
Man, if you guys have your TVs up or your phones volume up, you can hear the wind on that mic just blowing right now. Which adds to how cold it is out here.
Yes, the wind is always present here at Stephen Decatur Baseball's field.
Now, Adam, explain to me the MLB rule about throwing over. Now, they threw over twice on AJ. If he was playing in the majors right now, they're not allowed to throw over again? Is that correct?
I believe so, which I'm not a fan of. I don't. At the end of the day, they're trying to speed up the game in the MLB. That ball is sky to right field. Looks like it's going to stay in play. Nope. Wind just carried it out of play, so luring another chance at it. But back to what you said, I'm not a fan of Rob Manfred, the commissioner, trying to speed up the game. You either like baseball or you don't. You know, if you're begging for the MLB to speed up the game, then you probably don't like baseball that much,
and I don't
or at
mind
least watching it.
I don't mind the pitch clock. I think there's some value to that, but
like
the throwing over,
I don't like the extra inning rule. I mean, obviously they made the right choice by killing that in the playoffs, as that throw down puts A.J. Cobb a stolen base. So now runner in scoring position. But again, the extra inning rule, not a fan. You put in a runner on second base to start the inning is, I think, a little silly. But back to the game, A.J. Cobb can easily score on a base hit if it's put into the outfield. See what Lauren can do on the 2-strike count. 1-2 in specific. 2 outs here. Last name comes set, and here's the pitch. Goes off speed, and Loring out in front of it. And that retires Decatur for the bottom of the third, so we head to the top of the fourth. The rather quick game, still 0 apiece. Top of the fourth. Decatur sticking to their plan with the pitching. Now pitching Ryan McLaughlin. Committed to the University of Delaware for a pitcher. Great pitcher that is. Lucas Loring goes to left field. A great outing for Lucas Loring. His first outing of the year. As we said, we were quite impressed. McLaughlin, a good friend of mine, working with a little bit of a wrist injury, so he's not in the lineup these last few games. As I believe it's his left wrist. Little sprain. Hurts to swing the bat, but it doesn't hurt to throw 92.
And that first pitch was clocked at 90.
Bringing the heat on this cold day. He's behind 1-0. And now 2-0. To the catcher, and that misses as well, so 3-0. See if he can get settled in here. 3-0. You know, as a pitcher, I've never understood this. You know, you could, for the first 3 pitches of an at-bat, you could not find the zone at all, but then when it goes 3-0, you just perfectly place the fastball. It just doesn't really make sense. You have to wonder if it's mental at times. 3-1 comes right back to us. If there wasn't a fence, would you have fielded that? Like, let's be honest.
Mr. Dave would have had it. He had his glove up ready to go. I'm not going to lie, I ducked out of the way a little bit. I thought it was coming straight back, but it came out on the bounce.
McLaughlin works it back to a full count. And it's a swinging bunt. McLaughlin couldn't really catch his footing. That's still a really good play. An off-balance throw gets the runner at first. So we've seen that a couple times this year. Matt Wright in the game against Parkside lost his footing as well. So, you know, it's having to stop your momentum so quickly because you're running full speed towards the catcher, and then you have to turn your body a little. It's even tougher for lefties. So
I remember Sean Rosemond last year
as well, yeah, in the Bennett game.
Bit, yep.
So Coach Farrah goes out there to give him a little pat on the back.
Probably just check on him, make sure hamstring's all right.
Give him a Band-Aid. You know.
Yeah, tissue. All right, number 23, Nick grounded out to Lucas Loring earlier in the game.
Are you a fan of coaches wearing baseball pants?
Yes, I am.
You are? Okay.
At this level, absolutely.
Gotcha. Slider misses up and in.
I'm not a big fan when they wear the uniform top.
Yeah, I think that's a little over the top. What if they have stirrups on?
Now you're testing things. Wait, let me look around first.
I don't think anyone does, but I've seen it at times where coaches are wearing like stirrups. I feel like that's a little too much.
It's a little old school though, you know.
It definitely
it's
old
generational.
School, definitely.
Yeah.
Could be an era thing. So.
What about cleats?
No.
Cleats or flats?
No, flats. Cleats aren't even comfortable to wear, so I don't know why you would voluntarily want to wear them. But if I was a coach, I'd be wearing flats, and I would not be coaching in this weather. Count 1-2. So after that first ball missing up and in, it's 2 straight strikes. Here's the 1-2. Tries to go all speed again. Hits the backstop, so now the count even at 2-2. Two is hit hard to second base, and Smith got a glove on it but couldn't field it cleanly. And that'll be a base hit for Tomasetto. That'll bring up Corey Baglivo, wearing the number 26. I wore that number for about 4 or 5 years. Switched to 16.
Little Chris Davis.
Yeah. You know, obviously, when I was younger, I would try and wear numbers that would represent players that I liked a lot.
I thought he'd have him.
Tomasetto, he was leaning towards second base on the pickoff. Good thing he didn't advance. So Wade had to go by him.
You know, I know we got the radar gun on the pitches coming in. I'm wondering how far they're throwing, how fast he is throwing over.
Definitely got some zip to it. It's tough at first as well. As it's like Tomasetto looks a little banged up there at first. Don't know what's bothering him. Hope everything's okay, but he seems to be fine. Just had to take a little breather. But yeah, like when you're zipping it to first base, you know, Steven has no idea when that ball's coming over to him. All of a sudden, you got an 80-mile-an-hour throw coming right at you. That ball's hit to right field. That drops as well. Throw to second. They try to get the force at second. And he is safe, so back-to-back singles to right field. Brings up the lefty for the Eagles with ducks in the pond. I like that saying, ducks in the pond. That's great. My dad's a big fan of this website called Baseballism.
Okay.
He discovered this clothing line when we were at Cooperstown. They have some good sayings and some cool shirts. Check that out. Not sponsored, just plugging them.
But if you want to send us some gear for
why not? You know, yeah. If you're listening to this Baseballism, I'd like a Ducks in the Pond shirt. Shows the bunt, first and second here as he goes inside. So he will pull the bat away, so count goes to 1-1. In this situation, if you get a bunt down, you could potentially move the runners to second and third. Still, like you said, pressure breaks pipes. You put pressure on this Decatur infield to make a play. See, we'll go to bunt. Popped up. It's going to go out of play.
That's going to go ahead and help McLaughlin's cause.
Absolutely. So they will likely not bunt with 2 strikes. It's the 1-2 with McLaughlin. 2 runners on base. Goes off speed, and he rings him up. Got him looking backwards. K on the outside corner. That's a big strikeout. Neither runner advances, and now he can work with 2 outs.
Now the infield just knock it down, either touch a bag or make the routine play over to first.
Force at first, second, and third. Just got to make the easy play like you said. Get out of this inning with it remaining scoreless. That fastball zips in for strike 1. Ambrosius swings through that one as well. Also a senior.
0-2 count.
Fairly senior stacked lineup.
Adam Gardner was on the mound right now. What are you throwing?
Well, he does not look comfortable hitting that fastball. I'd elevate it even more. Out of the zone. Definitely don't make it hittable. But just of how uncomfortable he's looked. But it didn't matter. He went slider, and it got him swinging. That's a sword. Big strikeout as he gets out of the inning. It remains scoreless. So we head to the bottom of the 4th. back here at the bottom of the fourth. I'm now welcome with Coach Todd Lampman. How you doing, Coach?
I'm good, good. It's always chilly up here.
Thank you for coming in. Yeah, it's always chilly. One thing guaranteed here is the wind to be blown in your face.
No doubt. Hasn't changed.
First pitch taken for strike one. Owen Kinnear up at the plate. First at bat had a run on third with 2 outs in the first inning. Struck out looking on a pitch down and in.
Looks like we got a good game going.
Quick game, that is.
Yeah.
Very efficient from both sides, from both pitchers. Luke Laxing's 37 pitches. So we'll go off speed there, and Kinnear will take it in the dirt. Both teams with 3 hits here. A couple runners left on base. So that's another off speed taken for ball 2. So he evens the count up at 2 apiece.
These guys down from New Jersey, I guess.
Absolutely, yeah. They played Cape Henlopen yesterday, beat them 8-5. So
wow.
Very competitive team, that is.
Right.
Count goes to 3-2.
Little sidearm action there.
I was gonna say, I
the righty.
noted last inning he changes his arm angles up a little at times. So he goes normal there. Kinnear fights it off and fouls it off to the right side, so he'll remain at the dish. Still 3-2.
Guys need a base runner here. Get this inning started.
Absolutely. We've had a couple leadoff base runners that have not been able to cash in.
Right.
It's the same from both sides. It's been a pretty even game. That's an excellent take.
Great take.
Laxton wanted him to chase. It's a great take from Kinnear and a leadoff base runner, just like you said.
Like an off-speed pitch there in the dirt. It's a great job by Owen there.
Stephen Wade led off the second inning with an infield single. Liner off the third baseman's glove.
There it is.
He's going to bunt again. That's a third bunt from Decatur, the third sacrifice.
Great job right there.
Stephen Wade did his job. They call him Situational Steve. Does the right thing a lot of times. Puts a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Brings up Foster Smith, who also laid down a sacrifice bunt 2 innings before.
Good chance late in the game here. Get on the board.
Absolutely. The runners have definitely been out there. Have had multiple chances. Be nice to finally get one as Laxton goes a little sidearm there and gets a call strike one. At the very least, you want to try and get something to the right side here. Just find a way to advance Owen. Third as he takes that one inside. That's even the count up at 1-1.
That's a good take. If that's the ball you're looking to take to the right side, though, it's in. See if he can sneak one through the hole over there in the 3-4 hole. There it might be, right there.
There you go, as you predicted it. Slow roller, throw to first.
And a drop.
He's safe, first baseman drops it. Foster Smith advances Owen and gets on first. So some life here.
Tough play for a second baseman. Try to hold the runner and cover that 3-4 hole at the same time. That's a lot of ground to cover for anybody.
I had to cover a lot of ground there as McLaughlin will come up, batting for Cole Kohut. Kohut flew out in center field. Now McLaughlin, the pitcher for Decatur right now.
This is the guy you want at the plate in this situation. One of your best players.
Absolutely. It's been his first at bat for a couple games. He was dealing with that wrist injury, so
right.
He's back in a big spot here with 2 runners on and 1 out.
See if he can put one in play here, stay out of a double play, get you guys on the board.
Absolutely. He's got a lot of pop. See if he can put one out there. As definitely don't want to get picked off at first here. Smith staying close to the bag. 2 pickoff attempts. So we'll see Laxton come set. The wind is blowing. First pitch swinging.
And a runner moving. Maybe a little hit and run by Coach Shockley down there at third.
I'd assume so, as like you said, Smith was running. Ryan was set on swinging. This count is 0-1. Another pickoff attempt. Laxton worried about Smith over there first. Just gonna have a little meeting here. Probably talk about a first and third player.
Yep,
Something along those lines.
I would agree with you.
Check back on that replay from that Foster Smith ground ball.
He might have beat that out.
Even without the first baseman dropping it,
Yep.
there's a good chance he possibly could have beaten that out. But we said earlier, pressure breaks pipe. You know, just putting the ball in play. You know, making the defense have to get you out. You know, making them earn it.
Right.
And there went to Decatur's side, puts another runner on base.
Jordan Monk walking out to break up that team meeting here.
You a fan of that like hard cap he's wearing?
I don't.
It's definitely new.
It is new. It's the first time
unique,
he wore it down at our place the other day, and he seems to like it. He's one of the few guys that I've seen wear it, actually.
I was going to say the same thing. Definitely unique.
I tell you guys got a good crew here today with Jordan and Greg Ennis and Jordan Monk on the field for you.
Absolutely is. The 0-1 will be taken for ball one.
It's a good take there.
Evens the count at 1-1 with one away.
See if we got some movement here.
See here, Smith not running.
Oh, that ball's hit well.
McLaughlin
right
puts that
field.
one out into deep right center field. Canero score easily. Smith held up at third. And in McLaughlin's first at bat back in a couple of games, gets right back to it. That's an RBI double.
Well done. Ball's away, a little elevated. The ball might have got out of here if it wasn't blowing in his face 40 knots.
I was gonna say
today.
Took it where it was thrown.
Yep.
Knocks in the first run of the game. Based off how this game's been playing, a few runs might be the difference maker. Swanson up for the second time today. He hit a hard line drive to right field for a single, where Stephen Wade was later thrown out at home. So he takes that off speed for strike one. Definitely got a chance to tack on more runs here.
We got the infield playing in on defense. He's got to get the ball out there in the outfield somewhere, see if he can get another run.
Swinging away on that 0-1, fouls it off.
Another elevated pitch.
I tell you, one of that one bad. He's behind 0-2 now. Just want to put an emphasis on putting the ball in play here now. Got to protect the plate nonetheless. Counts 0-2. And Swanson will remain fighting. So that one is fouled off near West Deptford's charter bus. Laxton, 51 pitches through 3 1/3. Goes up and in, and Swanson not phased. He takes that one.
Got to keep battling here. Try to get a ball in play.
Absolutely trying to tack on some insurance runs. So you hear him say shorten up as he remains battling. Fouled off again. And like I said, Ryder Swanson 1 for 1 today.
That's it. Fouled off breaking ball there.
Laxton trying to change up the looks from Swanson, and Swanson still remains fighting. Got to win this battle. Both the pitcher and the hitter gutting it out. It's a big at bat here.
There it is.
That one is
Ball
lined in left field and caught by the left fielder. Smith tagging up from third. He'll score standing up. One in at bat from Swanson did his job. Great at bat. Score goes 2-0. And that'll bring back up Shockley, who was also 1 for 1 with a single to right field.
It's a great at bat there, behind the count. Gets the ball that's up a little bit, gets it in the outfield, gives you guys a chance to score a run.
Absolutely, and still another runner in scoring position here with 2 outs.
Got an appeal going on that he might have left early. Wow.
And all of a sudden,
here comes Coach Farrow to get an explanation of this.
Just like that, a change of momentum. As they want to say Foster Smith left early. So that'll deduct the run and push it back down to 1-0 and end the inning. That's big.
That is big. That's a. We might get a. See if we can get.
See if we can get
Dave Dotson here to give us a replay.
See if we can get a replay on it. Left fielder did catch it a little oddly, but
yeah, I don't know if Smith having his back to the ball made a difference.
So you got to watch the runner on third here.
That ball's already exchanged. Like he caught
was
it being
twisted.
He caught it being twisted. That ball, that might have been safe on that, but you know,
got to call New York on that one. That's
right. Back left. How are you, man?
Back here in the top of the 5th. We said the score was 2-0. It's actually 1-0 now, as they said Smith left early. McLaughlin back on the mound, facing 7-8-9 for the Eagles.
You know, maybe that extra run will make a difference here if Ryan can get it done here the last couple innings.
See, the plan was to only go Lauren for 2 innings, but he was so efficient, pitched a great game. He went 3.
Right.
So you wonder if that allows Ryan to maybe finish the rest of the game instead of them talking about going to a third arm. You know, it's tough because it's a weekend game. It's obviously playing a team from New Jersey.
Right.
You know, you don't know who you want to really pitch, but you still want to play to win, obviously, all the time. That's going to be a called strike 3. So a backwards K there and a leadoff strikeout.
Yep, punch out on the breaking ball there.
So Luke Laxton goes down looking. We'll have a little meeting here. Guess it might be a little confusion if it was on the swing or the call. I want to say I heard it was on the call.
Yeah, it looked like a good pitch from us 50 feet away.
Definitely a beautiful 2-strike pitch.
You know, some of the best umpires are on the buckets in the dugout too. That's the beauty of this game, I guess.
It's the beauty of baseball. That brings back up the boy who struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Swings at that one. Ryan just overpowering hitters with his fastball. Gets ahead of the count there. 0-1. Goes off speed there, and this boy got caught guessing. It's 0-2.
Yeah, this is a tough position to be in with McLaughlin on the mound. 2 strikes.
Big gust of wind there, my goodness. We were just talking in between innings. Only thing guaranteed at this field is heavy gusts of wind.
It's been blowing here since the early 90s.
Doesn't affect Ryan. 3-pitch strikeout again. So an efficient 5th inning so far. This brings up the 9-hitter, the brother of Shea McKenna, Cole McKenna, a sophomore. He struck out in his first at bat as well.
6 pitches, 6 strikes this inning for him.
So you jinxed the immaculate inning there.
Yeah, no, sorry.
That's okay.
I'll apologize to him later on Thursday. Hopefully it won't be this cold or windy.
Yeah, I'd like it for not to be this cold.
There's a ball in play.
Hard ground ball to Kinnear. Fields and throws it cleanly in a 1-2-3 inning for Ryan. An 8-pitch inning. In and out of the dugout. Going right back in as Decatur will look to try and get that run back that they lost the inning before. We head to the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 Decatur leads. Back here at the bottom of the 5th. Leading off the inning is Caden Shockley. He led off the 3rd inning with a single, now leading off the 5th inning.
Adam, these guys over here, parents over here, giving me a hard time about coming down and scouting a little bit. It's like
taking notes on the low.
Yeah. I told them I'm not working today. I'm just enjoying good baseball.
Nothing wrong with that. Decatur meets Snow Hill at Snow Hill on Thursday.
Yeah, I think it'll be the first time you guys have been down there since the facility's been done, actually.
Because they doubled up on home games here for my sophomore and junior year, I believe.
Yep.
So 2021 and 22 too. So
2020, you guys would have come down, and it was COVID.
Yeah.
And so this will be the first trip down. It's not quite as windy in Snow Hill this time of year.
And that is perfectly fine. And no complaints. Shockley takes a 3-0 for a fastball. Strike one, so it's 3-1 now. Really want to try and get this leadoff base runner if you're Decatur again. Laxton throws that fastball middle in for strike two, so now all of a sudden fights his way back. It's now 3-2.
Shockley's still ahead here, I think. Let's see. There it is.
Hits that one hard to the left side, and it gets through for a base hit. So Shockley 2 for 2 today with 2 singles to the corner outfields. Brings off the leadoff hitter, Waylon Hobgood.
Got a couple guys on the bases, so at least one on the base and one hitting that can run a little bit here.
Absolutely, with 2 speedsters, 1 up, 1 on deck.
AJ on deck. 3 guys in a row that can move pretty well. There he goes, Shockley.
Swinging away as well. Shockley's got to get back. Ball's out of play anyway. Hogwood led off the bottom of the first with a walk. Also dropped down a sac bunt in the 3rd inning. 3 sac bunts for Decatur today. It's Hobgood down in the count 0-1. Always nice for some insurance runs. We want to try and advance this runner, try and tack on some more.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more would definitely make you feel a little better.
Absolutely is. That pickoff attempt, Laxton picked off a lot as Hobgood tries to get a bunt down. Looked like that was more of a bunt for a hit approach. He didn't really show it until late. Kind of stabbed at it and missed. So now down the count 0-2. Got to fight with 2, as the dugout says.
Yep, fight back here. Try to get a pitch or 2 and get even.
Swinging away at it. Hits a spinner to the right side foul. Count still remains 0-2.
Don't be surprised if Shockley here runs the next pitch or so.
See that outside fastball. Taken for ball 1.
Good running count here. 1-2. Expect a breaking ball or something off speed maybe.
We'll see if Shockley's moving here.
Extra step, little half step. And he gets
Ripped the left field down the line and fair. Shockley's going to get to third base. Throw to third. Safe, and Waylon Hobgood gets to second base, so a double to the left side. That is a huge hit for Waylon Hobgood. Bringing up A.J. Cobb with 2 runners in scoring position. A huge hit for Hobgood. All with no outs. So Decatur, a prime chance here to get a couple extra runners.
a good piece of hitting there behind in the count.
Absolutely. Excellent 2-strike hitting. I'm going to ask you this question. Are you a fan of AJ's bright orange cleats? It's a little different.
It's a little different,
We both
but
agree.
actually I am.
You are?
It might make him look even faster.
Maybe that's the approach he was taking.
Right.
Goes for that first fastball, fouls it off.
When I started coaching maybe 20 years ago, 30 years ago, however long it's been, I might have had a discussion with him, but if it makes him feel better and makes him play well, have at it, buddy.
There you have we have time called behind the plate, umpire adjusting his mask. Yeah, at the very least, if you're AJ, you want to try and put a ball on the ground somewhere.
Yep, infield's in again. So
Trying to prevent that run.
see if he can get something in the outfield for you guys.
Out in front of that fastball now as he fouls that one off, so it's now 0-2. Luring on deck in the hole, Owen Kinnear. 2-3-4, so
I think your chances are pretty good to get at least one of them in here. These
Absolutely.
three guys coming up to the plate.
really got to bear down here. Have some good at-bats. Saw Waylon hit with 2 strikes. Now we're going to see if AJ can do the same. One for 2 today. Fielder's choice and a single. As he chokes up on that bat. Reaches for it. Grounded to short. Infield was in, so Shockley did not advance home. So it'll remain second and third now with 1 out. And luring at the plate.
It's a good play by the shortstop there to
Check the runner.
Shockley, yeah. Ball up the middle there. He had actually went down on the knee to field it.
Smart play. You know, that's why, you know, coaches like you guys always say, you know what you're doing before you get the ball. Shortstop definitely knew what he was doing there and got the out and prevented the runner from advancing. So
That's a to find something in a little gap here, infield gap, or something in the outfield.
Laxton drops down the arm angle and misses low for ball 1. Lauren, for how hot he's been at the plate, 0 for 2 today. You could say he's due for one. Be a big spot to get it. Knocking a few runners here as he is out in front of that. Looked like an off speed, yeah. Laxton doing a good job at sequencing his pitches, changing up the timing. Doing the little things that kind of go throw hitters off balance. As he goes fastball, ball's drifting. My goodness, look at the wind taking that. Great effort in right field. He almost caught that as well. So
that was a base hit all the way, and the wind blew it foul.
Even looks like Lucas was a little surprised by that one too. Ball just drifted.
I think one of these guys from West Deptford got Lucas on a changeup earlier in the game. Wonder if he'll go back to it right here.
We saw him throw that changeup on 1-1 to get him way out in front of it. It might have been 1-0 where he swung way out in front of it. So we'll see there. He barreled up that fastball foul. We'll see the 1-2 pitch. Check swing foul. Looked like a fastball.
Yep, I would agree. See if he goes back to the changeup right here.
Back-to-back fastballs, back-to-back foul balls. So we'll see what he goes here. Count still 1-2. So it goes fastball again.
Lucas still fighting though.
Lauren back-to-back check swing fouls. Still fighting. Fighting with 2. Got to see if he can do a job here.
Here comes the changeup.
Excellent play from the shortstop, but he bobbles it on the transfer, so everyone's safe. Again, still got to look at it. If you're the shortstop, that's a great play. You saved the run there.
He did.
If that ball gets past you, that's an easy score for Shockley, and likely an advance from Hobgood as well to third. So now you have a fourth on any base. You could almost look at it like a walk for Lauren. Base is loaded now. Owen Kinnear.
Force play at the plate here. Middle guys are backing up. Looks like they might try to turn 2 in the middle.
Imagine so. Looks like middle. Double play depth corners in, like you said. Infielder's got to make the right play here. If a ball is hit on the ground, as that ball is taken for strike 1. Big at bat for Kinnear. Ducks in the pond. Good take there. Kinnear had an excellent at bat in his last plate appearance. Drew a walk on a full count. As he took that count 1-1 with 1 away. That was bottom of the 5th.
Yep.
Looked like an off-speed, misses off the plate, so now 2-1 ahead in the count. Pressure on Laxton. He elevates a fastball, and Kinnear will pop that one out of play. Count goes to 2-2. Stephen Wade on deck. Big at bat here for Decatur. Pressure on both Kinnear and Laxton. See who can win this battle. Here's the 2-2. Hit high in the shallow center field.
It's like the second baseman's under it. Infield fly.
No one advances, so Shockley still remains at third. Gotta remember, we started it with second and third and nobody out. Now it's bases loaded with 2 outs. Bringing up Stephen Wade. Sacrifice bunt and also reached on an error, they're going to say, in his first plate appearance. That hard line drive to third. Could have scored that either way.
If West Deptford gets out of this will be quite the effort here defensively and pitching-wise.
Absolutely. And, you also got to think, if you get out of this jam, probably can put some momentum on your side. You see here, gets that first pitch called for strike 1. went off speed. Goes off speed again. That's a big base hit for Stephen Wade. He's going to send Hobgood. Throw home. Short. 2 runners score, and Wade gets a second. Big hit for Stephen Wade. A 2 RBI single.
2 out RBI, too. That's a huge at-bat.
Excellent piece of hitting, and puts the score to 3-0.
3 runs might be tough to overcome with McLaughlin throwing the way he's throwing right now.
Absolutely a huge at-bat for Stephen Wade. The coaches will meet Laxton. Laxton 82 pitches through 4 2/3. Got the hitters off balance. Let's take a look back. That big base hit from Wade.
Breaking ball looked like it hung in the middle of the plate for him.
Grounded into that 5-6 hole.
Good base running by Steven, too, to move up on the throw to the plate.
Absolutely. So still with 2 runners in scoring position after knocking into.
Yeah. That extra base makes those infielders have to go all the way across the infield now to get out of this inning.
Absolutely. And that'll be it for Luke Laxton.
Called to the bullpen.
4 2/3. Nice job keeping the hitters off balance.
Oh, lefty.
You'll see a new arm here. It's like Dom Stanish, a senior. Like you said, a southpaw from the left side. Working with 2 runners in scoring position. The first batter he will face is Foster Smith, so we'll see some lefty-lefty action after the warm-ups. Big spot here, bottom of the 5th. We said second and third runners on base. Dom Stanish coming in. Lefty senior facing the lefty Foster Smith. First pitch, ball 1, misses high.
Feels like the wind's picked up when the lefty rolled in.
The wind just never goes away.
It really does.
It's actually insane. That'll be strike 1, so evens the count at 1 apiece. I mean, it just does not stop. Stanish goes off speed, misses that one up and in, so count 2-1. On deck is McLaughlin, who knocked in the first run with that long RBI double to right center. So if you're Stanish, definitely not trying to pitch to get to Ryan. But it's 3-1.
The hitters count here. If we can get a good swing on something.
Got to be your pitch if you're Foster. Here's the 3-1, come set. Pokes it to the left side. Shortstop's going to go to third. Smart decision, but couldn't make the play, and that knocks in another run. Lowering score, standing up, and Foster Smith does his job again. Smith having an excellent game.
But they might have had a shot over at third base. Looks like third baseman didn't handle the throw well. Got on the ground and he slid in.
You know, really that was the only option for the shortstop to go
It
to.
was, you're right.
Absolutely no chance at first. It's quick thinking and almost got away with getting the out there. But it'll bring up McLaughlin, still with 2 outs. Decatur, these 3 runs in this bottom of the 5th, all coming with 3 outs, or with 2 outs, pardon me. McLaughlin comes back up, had that RBI double like I said.
We've got to play at the plate here.
Ball was bobbled, tried to throw it home, and it ended up hitting Riley in the knee. He scores standing up, so another run scores. Decatur now 4 runs in this bottom of the 5th, 5-0.
Stephen Wade with the 2-out hit earlier in the inning lit the fuse for you guys offensively here.
Absolutely is. Another runner in scoring position. Smith advanced to second on that wild pitch. Counts 1-0. Sydney fastball, you can tell as he fouls that one off. You think like 5 seconds with no wind would be not too much to ask for, but somehow it is. It just does not stop. Here's the 1-1. Just missed again, fouls it off to the right side.
So you think it's too much to ask to get it to turn and blow the other way so it's not blowing right in the tip?
Yeah, even that. It's just like we have 2 sides covered, 2 sides open. Happens that the wind is blowing on one of our open sides right into our face. So fun times here. Counts 1-2. 2 outs, runner on second. Good take from Ryan. Stanish just misses that one up and away. It's a good 1-2 pitch. Trying to change the eye levels a little bit.
Yeah, Ryan's back to even here. Get a good pitch here.
Here's the 2-2. He misses up again, so the count goes full. Swanson on deck for Decatur, the catcher. Counts full. And he'll take for ball 4. So works a 1-2 count into a walk.
Yeah, 3 straight pitches in the same spot. See if Swanson recognizes that and gets locked in on a little bit of a better pitch here.
Swanson back out for his 3rd at bat, 1 for 2 today. Had that single in the early innings in the 2nd. Flat out in his 2nd at bat. He's got runners on 1st and 2nd. So he does get that better pitch. Just a foul.
Yep, just missed it.
The 0-1 is poked to the right side. And it's going to be caught in right field. But not before Decatur puts on 4 runs here in the bottom of the 5th. Opens it up a little. Lead is 5-0. We'll be back with you for the top of the 6th. Top of the 6th, Decatur 5, West Deptford 0. It's a big inning for Decatur. You tacked on all these runs in the bottom of the 5th. Want to make a statement on defense and go scoreless here. It was an excellent display of 2-out hitting.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get these hitters back in the dugout while they're still hot. Just missed with that one.
Guess it missed low as McKenna. This one, Cole McKenna. Pardon me, Shea McKenna, leadoff hitter. Grounds out one foul, so the count goes to 1-1. Had some Metallica playing in between innings. You a Metallica fan?
I like just about all music. Yeah, we do.
Good answer.
We got a pretty good system down at Snow Hill. We play a lot of music between innings and stuff too. And as long as it's appropriate, I let them play with what they like.
So yeah, I was gonna ask, is it different genres of music? You guys stick to just rock, or is it a little bit of hip hop or country?
I'm a huge Eminem fan.
Really?
Yes.
What's your favorite Eminem song?
Slim Shady, all
classics. Yeah.
Yep. I can listen to him all day. So we play it during practice, and it's tough to find a clean Eminem song, as you will.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So
any rap song in general, it's tough to.
Right. But we mix it up. We do a little bit of everything. Miley Cyrus will show up every now and then. You never know.
A little Party in the USA, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Can't go wrong with it.
Yep. Play that to get practice started while they're stretching, get them moving around, get the blood flowing a little bit, and then get to business. So, and they all have walk-up songs, which makes it fun.
Yeah, it definitely adds to it. Any one of your players have a walk-up song that you like?
Well,
any funny ones?
They have so honestly, I listen to it to make sure I'm not missing something.
Yeah.
It's appropriate at the beginning. Well, once the game starts, I don't really pay much attention to the music.
It's fair.
I will tell you, Brenner Gursky had a really great one. I don't know the name of it, but it had a little Spanish taste to it.
Oh, a little Spanish. Can't go wrong with that.
It was really good, and it fit his personality. So, but they do a pretty good job of matching up their music to their personalities.
Good to hear. We got some walk-up songs here, some good ones.
We'll probably pick a few for you guys as you go up to the plate on Thursday.
Oh, really? I got to try and think of some funny ones you could do for some of these players. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be give us a heads up on that. We'll help you out, Adam.
Second batter flies out to right field, so a quick 2 outs. Ryan looking to continue his excellent outing. Right before that, Lucas Loring had an excellent 3 innings as well. So great pitching, a good game overall. West Deptford again just got done playing Cape Penelope in the Delaware State Champion yesterday. They beat Cape 8-5 was, I believe, the final score. So back-to-back games. I wonder if they experienced the same levels of wind at Cape. Highly doubt it.
No, this is a unique place when it comes to wind.
Yeah, unique in the worst way. Counts 2-0 to the 3-hitter. That fastball 2-0 fouled off.
That's going to sting a little bit where that one was fouled off.
Right on the hands.
Right on the hands. Feel good to a breaking ball here for a strikeout. Nope, fastball about 89.
Fastball misses high, like you said. Count goes 3-1.
There it is.
Swings through that one, 3-2. I'll ask you this. I just asked Ron Kinnear, are you a big fan of the MLB?
I was listening to you guys on the way up.
Okay.
I'm okay with the pitch, with the pitch clock. The base running part you guys were talking about. Wow.
Yeah, like the runner on second in extra innings, I'm not a fan of that. Pitch
Yeah.
clock I'm okay with.
I think the pick's the first. Only
I think
three.
that's
Like
silly.
after the second or third one, like the guy ought to be running because
Yeah.
you can't pick.
Yeah.
So he ought to get a great jump.
I think that's stupid.
So I'm not sure I'm a fan of the extra large bases.
Yeah, I don't.
But it hasn't really played much of a part in the game right now, so we'll see.
Yeah, I agree. Anyways, Ryan got the strikeout looking. We head to the bottom of the 6-5-0 Decatur.
Here comes Farrow over for an in-game interview.
Back here at the bottom of the 6th. Caden Shockley leading off. Good game for Shockley, 2 for 2 with 2 singles. He looks to remain hot. Still facing the lefty Stanish for West Deptford. His first pitch misses low, ball 1.
So between innings, Coach Farrow stopped by and said hello. That was nice. Mid-game, thought we might get him on for an interview like they do in college baseball now.
I feel like that'd be tough to get Coach Farrow on an interview.
Mid-game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be fun, though.
Definitely. We'll try and make it happen.
Yeah.
We will make it happen. We won't try.
There
We
you
will.
go.
There we
Dave
go.
Dotson sitting next to me, to my left.
Nodding his head.
Yep. Yeah. That's a great idea. We're going to make this happen. So, Coach Farrow, here's your heads up right now.
Shockley swings, fouls off that fastball. Counts even at 1-1. Or 2-2, pardon me.
I think you ought to try to pull it off on Thursday, Dave.
Good take. Curveball misses low.
Looks like he's back to even in the count here on that good take, like you said.
The delivery is grounded to short. Fields a cleanly throw to first. He's out by half a step. Just got him. But again, putting pressure on the defense to make plays. At times, that's all you can ask for. 2-strike hitting, grounds out to short, brings up the top of the lineup, Waylon Hobgood. 3 plate appearances, 1 for 1 today. Walk, stack bunt, and a double we saw just last inning. Nice curveball there from Stanish.
Looks like Stanish has found his breaking ball after that first inning.
Absolutely.
Throwing it well for strikes.
Fooled Hobgood there, who was certainly not sitting on that pitch. Hits a chopper. That's a tough hop for the third baseman. And Hobgood will round first. Take a long turn. And we'll reach first base on that. Bringing up A.J. Cobb, who grounded out. Checking back at that replay on that ground out from Caden Shockley. Close play at first. Still looked like the throw beat him by about a half a step.
It was close.
It definitely bang, bang. I don't know how the umpires do it at times. I've umpired some Little League games. It's a lot harder when you're actually out there trying to call it.
Right.
You know, when I'm watching this game with a mic on, I can say, oh, he's safe. But when I'm standing on that field, I have no idea. So
Yeah, there's a lot of good umpires sitting on buckets, that's for sure. Another breaking ball.
Like you said, he has definitely found his rhythm with that breaking ball. Cobb takes that one for strike one. Counts even at 1. Stanish right back, ready to pitch, even without the pitch clock.
Hobgood's got a lean to him. He might be moving here. Nope.
Not moving there as Cobb pops it up. Shallow right field. Almost misplayed, but
yeah, that's a tough play with that wind blowing around out there and the sun.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Right now, it might not be an issue since it's earlier in the day, but when we play at 4 o'clock after school, second base, first base, and right field, you better have sunglasses. I'm saying that for our team and all away teams. You better bring a pair or use a pair of sunglasses. It is brutal on that right side. It's unreal. Nothing but open field behind us. Nothing blocking the sun. Loring takes that breaking ball for ball 1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Hobgood goes. Loring swings.
He's going to send him back, watch.
And they're going to call interference on Loring.
Yep.
After the swing, it'll call Loring out. That'll end the inning.
Farrow ought to, before we go to break, I wonder if Coach Farrow is going to argue that he never actually attempted to make a throw here.
Yeah, because it looked like Hobgood was almost at the base before the ball was even really able to be thrown.
But you're not going to get much of an argument on the whether they think he's going to be out or safe. But if their catcher doesn't actually throw it, that's where you're going to get the you might get this thing reversed here. I don't think he'll roll him under the bus here at the plate.
It's a tough spot for Loring there because he swung.
Maybe there you go. They reversed it.
So it'll bring West Deptford back out, and now we'll have a little bit of a chess match as their coach will now talk the umpire on the other side. Messes up the flow of the game a little.
It does. But I think they're going to get it right here, which is ultimately most important. Replay is
back
up.
at it. Great jump from Hobgood. You know, I don't think Loring intentionally tried to block his view as he swung and kind of just stopped himself, happened to be right in front of him.
Yep. If that ball comes out of the catcher's hand, though, he gets that call. So got to throw it.
Yeah, so what you're saying is if he attempts to throw it, then there's no reversing that call.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Yep. And to their credit, they got it right.
So that'll keep Loring at the plate now with a runner on second. Count 1-1. Still with 2 outs here.
These are the little things right here. They're going to come back. He's going to get a base hit here. He's going to get another run.
Top of the last inning, 5-0. Decatur leads. New arm for the Seahawks, the sophomore Nate Berzonski will make an appearance on the mound. Pitched against North Carolina about 2 weeks ago. Had a good outing. Solid pitcher, solid arm. He will face 4, 5, 6 in this West Deptford lineup. And first pitch hits him.
Not the start Coach Farrell was looking for, I'm sure. He's got a 5-run lead here, so maybe Berzonski can get him a ground ball and get 2 quick outs here.
Berzonski, you gotta be aware that that runner, you know, you could technically say it doesn't really matter with a 5-run lead like this. Just want to try and get an out.
Yep, hunting outs right now.
Just got to settle down. Hear Berzonski throw over. Sometimes pitchers do that. Throw over to first, just kind of let things develop a little, settle things down. We'll see here working with the runner on first. Misses out. So down the count 2-0. Don't want to give West Deptford, you know, a chance to
life right here, right?
Yeah. Want to just really put an end to this game. It's been all Decatur so far, it seems.
He's missed 4 straight pitches in the same spot. He might want to spin a breaking ball here or something to see if he can get his timing back. I don't know if he will 3-0, but
counts 3-0, misses high there, so back-to-back runners put on. This is where you got to settle down and
got a coaching visit coming out.
Seems like Coach Shockley will try and do just that. So if you're Coach Mike right now, what would you go out and say to your pitcher in this situation?
Well, if I'm going out, it's to get the ball.
All right.
So
that's fair. Yeah. Didn't really think that one.
So Coach Hare would probably go out and probably talk about a little bit of timing and where to let go of the ball. You know, he's missed arm side all 5 times actually with all of his pitches. So we tell him to just maybe change his target. You know, maybe hold on to it just a hair longer because he's missing up and away. Take the normal, take a breath. You know, you got a 5-run lead, make him hit the ball somewhere.
Misses
he's still missing arm side again. Yep. So
just gotta stay closed.
Yep.
Once a pitcher tries to start making adjustments, you know, during an outing, it becomes a lot worse. Actually, he keeps missing in the same spot.
He picked up the plate late that time. You know, Swanson could probably go out there and say, look, try to hit me in the right kneecap and see if that changes his target a little bit. That's a little better.
Looks better, and it is a better result. There's a strike. Maybe that can get him going. Yep. Count 2-1.
Sometimes going to an off-speed pitch helps you with your timing a little bit too. There it is.
There it is. Right back to it. Back-to-back called strikes. Maybe it's found a rhythm here. 2-2, you just located 2 fastballs. Do you try and spin one here?
I would. We'll see. Yep.
Does just that.
Yep.
Swanson, nice block.
Great block.
Works the count full, however. Now you got to attack. Don't want to walk again. Especially now that you found a little bit of a rhythm.
I think if he's got to miss here, he's got to miss in on this left-hander.
And he misses away.
Yep.
So all of a sudden, door looks a little open. See another lefty bat. That's the 3rd left-handed batter through these first 4 hitters. Just got to get an out here. And misses arm side again. got to take a deep breath here if you're Brzezinski. Got to settle down. Counts out 3-0.
Looks like you got somebody in the bullpen coming in or coming down towards the dugout now. So
Say that's good. Brzezinski just having trouble finding it right now. Sometimes it's hard to explain, but sometimes it just happens with pitchers.
right.
You just can't really, you don't really have an answer as to why. 3-0, that looked a lot better.
That did. I tell you, that 3-0 pitch, I've always said if I ever did my doctorate, my thesis would be on the 3-0 fastball because it seems like it's a strike all the time.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. As a 3-1 misses wide and he walks in a run. Yeah, I mentioned it. It was like you could miss 3 straight fastballs way off the plate, and all of a sudden your 3-0 pitch is
Right
perfectly
there.
placed down the middle. It just
Right.
You got to wonder if it's mental, if it's something you change up that you don't even try to. It's crazy as Coach Farrell walk out there.
It would be a great discussion, some type of experiment, research project.
Definitely an interesting one that I don't really hear talked about a lot, though. You know,
Right.
Talk about a lot more things that are unwritten in baseball, but it's a good point to make. 3-0 pitch definitely interesting.
Let's go, talk, come on. Let's go. Let's go.
Pitching for Decatur now is Brooks Kendall, put in a very tough spot. Bases juiced, no one out. Up 5-1, so tying run at the plate, but the way the wind's been blowing, it's going to be tough to put one over the fence. Brooks, if you're Kendall, you just got to work, try and get out.
The key right here is strike one.
Absolutely. Try and set the tone early.
Yep.
And attack the zone. Kendall, very crafty pitcher. Won't overpower you with his velocity, but definitely has a good mix of pitches as he missed that one really high, so definitely not strike one there.
Got to get even right here. This is important. This is an important pitch. You get 2-0 on the hitter.
And he tries to spin it. Can't get that one either. Misses high.
I tell you, when you have a lot of balls like this, it's makes it tough on the defense too. You know.
Yeah, he's just
Kind
kind
of
of
staying focused. Yep.
just standing out there.
There it is.
There's a 2-0 fastball. as West Deptford very, very patient, as they should have been. Pitches have been having trouble commanding so far in the 7th. Counts 2-1 here. Big pitch here, trying to even the count back up. Goes off speed. And it's a called strike, too, and the West Deptford fans not in agreement.
I think they were happy with that call.
Definitely didn't like it. But the count nonetheless is 2-2. And time is called by the batter. I have a feeling if this batter strikes out, the parents won't be too happy, the umpire. Should be interesting, though. Here's the 2-2. As Kendall gets his sign and comes set.
See if he's going to spin another one here, back to back.
No, goes high fastball. Is it going to stay in play? Certainly looks like it won't. And it is foul off the batter's cage. Tell you what, this wind feels like it got a little colder. I really have no idea what it is, but
it's cut 3, that's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Brooks can get you 3 outs right here. You can get out of this.
Hey, I'm rooting for it. Here's the 2-2 from Kendall. Just went fastball, was fouled off. Spins it. It's a double play
right
ball.
Here.
Cobb takes it himself. Low throw. Nice job by McLaughlin to knock that one down.
Probably saved a run right there.
Absolutely. So score goes to 5-2. But more importantly, you're getting out.
You still got a chance for a double play here, as of right now.
Swanson will call out a first and third call. Cole McKenna up, the 9-hitter for West Deptford, before Shane McKenna, his brother, on deck. We'll bring back the top of the lineup. Nice job from Kendall there. Getting the ground ball, getting the out. That's the most important thing. That pitch gets away.
Good job back there by Swanson.
I'd say I'm pretty surprised the runner on first didn't advance either. I feel like that'd be a situation where he'd be running. Didn't advance.
I agree. Then your catcher has to make a decision. Go to second base or just hold that runner at third.
Absolutely. We'll see what he does here. However, the count is 1-0. Curveball had McKenna turning his back, but just missed in. Probably broke a little too late, and count is 2-0. Big pitch here for Kendall. Don't want to get behind 3-0. Kendall 0 for 2 today. 2-0 pitch misses. So just like that, it is 3-0. You walk this batter, you put the tying run on first base. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Just
there
like we said. Can't make it up.
The old 3-0.
Perfectly placed pitched.
Right.
Pick off the first. Nothing going on. Here's the 3-1.
That's probably going to blow out.
That ball go out of play. So Kendall fighting back now, full count. Battle between McKenna and Kendall. See who can win this one. It's a big at bat for both. If you get this guy out, definitely puts a lot more comfort for the pitcher. It's a full count. Here it is. Got him swinging.
Good job, Brooks.
Big strikeout for Brooks Kendall. Puts a lot less pressure on this next batter, Shea McKenna, the leadoff hitter for West Deptford, who's put together some good at-bats. He is the leadoff hitter. Time run at the plate. So still in reach. Be nice to get this out though, so I can
get out of this wind.
Get into some heat.
It's definitely picked up in the last couple innings, that's for sure.
I know. I thought it was just me, but I don't think it is. It's
Mount Decatur.
It's nice and cold after an 85-degree day 2 days ago.
Right.
Spins it. Strike one. So a nice first pitch strike. That's big for Kendall to get ahead in the count here to the leadoff hitter, Shea McKenna. Kendall has done a nice job staying poised, coming in a tough spot. A lot of runners on base. He's done his job these first two batters, and he is ahead 0-2. He fouls that one to the right side. That's why we see just how important some insurance runs are.
Right.
That 2-out hitting where they scored 4 runs in that bottom of the 5th really played a toll here. So they have a 3-run lead, count 0-2. Another time called at the plate.
One good pitch right here by Kendall and put it into this, and a victory for the Seahawks here. I get another spinner right here. Fastball up.
Fouled off. You a fan of the pink that the catcher's wearing?
Yeah.
You are?
We got a couple guys that sport some pink. So it goes back to, if it makes them feel good, it makes them feel like they play better when they're wearing it. It's one of those battles. You just don't fight. It's like, hey, if it makes you feel good, makes you feel good about yourself, makes you feel like you're just a little bit better on game day, then have at it.
It's the 0-2. Got him looking.
Great pitch. Inside breaking ball.
Kendall did his job, and Decatur ends up winning 5-2 against West Deptford. We appreciate everyone, wherever you may be watching this stream. Coach Laitman, thank you for coming along with
Adam,
me.
Thanks for having me.
Really
Dave.
appreciate it. Good luck the rest of your season.
Appreciate it. Dave, thanks for the invite. I was going to be here anyway, so.
Signing off. Everyone have a great rest of your day.